This program is brought to you by Qberg, Pittsburgh's source for LGBTQ plus news and community information. To learn more about Qberg, check out their website at qberg.com. That's QBURGH.com. From the PEP Radio Newsroom, this is the latest News Blast. Do you still have time to change your identity documents? Crescentia Volz considers themselves lucky. They changed the gender marker on their federal passport to an X 2 years ago. Volz of Holtwood, Pennsylvania, wouldn't be able to do so now following President Donald Trump's executive order declaring the U.S. government only recognizes two sexes, male and female. The string of executive orders targeting transgender individuals and the multiple lawsuits challenging them has created an atmosphere of uncertainty for Volz and others like them. Volz said they don't plan on taking any cross-country trips anytime soon. They worry about getting stranded at their destination without a way back to get to Lancaster County, where they're from. There's no guarantee, with the way things are going, that if I got into a plane today and was able to fly over to California, that by the time I'm ready to come back, they won't have changed that, they said. But LGBTQ plus advocates in and around Lancaster County say transgender Pennsylvanians can still identify as they choose at the state level and in some ways with their federal ID. Here's a guide to what transgender Pennsylvanians can and can't do with their documents. Regardless of their identity, Americans now must select their sex assigned at birth when applying or renewing their federal ID. Trump's Day One directives restoring biological truth to the federal government means the State Department and the Social Security Administration no longer accept applications to change gender markers, the M and F symbols shown on IDs or kept on file. The X symbol, available since 2021 for passports, is no longer an option for non-binary people. Laura Sabatini, the director of operations at Lancaster County Chooses Love, said dozens of people have come to the organization with questions about what will happen to their passports. Even people who work in the federal government and work in passports don't know what they are or aren't allowed to do, she said. The passports of people like Volz who use the X gender marker should remain valid until it's time to renew under current guidelines. Passports typically expire after 10 years from their date of issue. The ACLU has already filed a lawsuit in federal court challenging the order, though it's uncertain when the public will see an outcome. Corinne Goodwin, the executive director of the Eastern Pennsylvania Trans Equity Project, said transgender people can and should travel despite the changes. Transgender people have been moving around through society and been traveling internationally and getting their Social Security benefits for decades and decades and decades, and, well, you get the point, Goodwin said, and we're going to continue to do so. Despite the looming federal actions, Volz said, they won't change their openness for now. I can go undetected if I don't show myself, Volz said, referring to the fact they were born a woman and are married to a man. I'm not planning on doing that. Even if transgender people can't travel with the right gender marker, they can still apply to use a new name on federal ID after going through Pennsylvania's legal name change process. For more details on this story, check out the article from Lancaster Online, which we have shared on the PEP Radio Blue Sky page. Be sure to download the Live 365 app to take PEP Radio with you wherever you go. That's our News Blast. Time now for the latest Meadville area weather forecast here on PEP Radio.